I'm going to review Cosmic Carnage for the Sega 32X. This was an early 32X released by Sega. Now looking at this character select screen, it's pretty lackluster. I mean, we have the Grasshopper, a Fire Guy, some sort of Black Ninja, Silver Surfer, I have no idea, Giant Snake, Alien ripoff, and a Robot Gorilla. From the get-go, I had a hard time picking a character just because they all look so damn lame. Actually, I think this character is a prey mantis. Well, he might be a grasshopper, I don't know. So anyway, the kind of armor you pick really is going to give the fighter his fighting style. Like, he'll have certain types of punches if you give him big upper arms. I don't really care for this. I prefer if each fighter just had their own fighting style. This is one of those obscure fighting games that came out back when all the other great fighting games were coming out in 1994. And this one is just so lame and riddled in mediocrity. Next to brutal, this might just be the worst fighting game you could get for the Sega 32X. Now getting to the game. Now while the characters may look retarded, I do like how they were put together. Instead of drawing each frame, what they did is put the characters together with sprites. And these sprites can rotate and pretty much move in just any way. This allows the character to move more fluid and even realistically. You'll probably find the best use of this method in the Fire Pro Wrestling series. Now, I'm a huge fan of fighting games, and I gotta tell you, this is just one of the worst I've ever picked up. The game just moves so slowly. I wish there was some sort of turbo feature, because sometimes these fights feel like they're just going on, and I mean when they fall, they just bounce around for so long. This game's just so painful sometimes. I'm actually in pain just looking at it right now. You might hear it in my voice. And technique really doesn't seem to get you anywhere. You just want to use the strongest moves, just put them away as fast as they can. I couldn't even beat this game. It's just so boring. And visually, it just couldn't be any less inspired. I mean, the characters just are so fucking lame. The backgrounds suck. There's just no color. I hate playing as monsters. I don't know whose idea this game was. I just want to punch him in the goddamn mouth. And I don't know why, but this guy getting ripped in half just seems pointless and gratuitous. This game doesn't even have a balance in violence. You just don't see any violence or any intensity in the fights, and then just out of nowhere, I get punched in half and the screen's covered in blood. I don't even know why this game exists. It's just such a horrible fighter and so uninspired. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this game a D, and I think that's a little generous. It plays kinda solid, even though it's not particularly fun at all to play. And while the visuals are boring, I mean, they still look pretty decent, I guess. This game only got a D by default. Now, as you can see, for some more pointless violence, his head explodes right here, which would have been a relief for me if it could just get me away from the game. And here's the best part, it does end.